So we have some really interesting news today because surveys were sent out for Cedar Point and Kings Island with future new projects and potential new coasters making its way to the parks. And there's some rather intriguing options here. Like, I'm getting really excited about this. It's kind of crazy, first of all, for Cedar Point to even be teasing a new coaster, considering they just opened up Top Thrill 2 in 24, obviously, 25. And then Siren's Curse in 25 as well. And then Kings Island is obviously way past due. And we have some rides from Vekoma in the mix, as well as a bunch of other interesting options and stuff, mock rides. I'm looking at it now. I was sent to this by a couple of my buddies. You're talking some family coasters, some not family coasters, a lot of Vekoma stuff. So I've said in past videos that Six Flags and Vekoma have a really good thing going right now, and we're going to be seeing a lot more Vekoma coasters in the Six Flags parks, which is great because unfortunately there's not that many great Vekomas here in the US yet, but the stuff overseas looks amazing. I mean, obviously we have Siren's Curse behind me right here. Phenomenal. Big Bear Mountain, phenomenal. But as far as the quantity goes, but I'm going to go over each park survey and share my thoughts with you and why I think this makes the most sense as far as which one for Kings Island. It's rather obvious. That's just theme park branded, and yes, I may start randomly talking about roller coasters. I've done it all my life. People used to make fun of me, but now I just kind of accepted it's who I am. Anyways, Cedar Point survey was rather intriguing. We have a small family coaster like Snoopy's Racing Railway, as you can see here. This ride is obviously great for Carowinds, great for Canada's Wonderland, one train operations. It sends it around twice. It's a fun ride. Honestly, this is a really good, solid ride. But they just added Wild Mouse. So I do not see this actually making its way to Cedar Point. In my opinion, this is just something that they had to include on a survey to kind of see what the general public would say, to fill out the survey even more. I think that they might already have their choice already made. They just, or at least the top two, they just wanted to kind of see what would, how this would throw a curveball into it. Sorry, this is all breaking news for the most part, so I'm looking at my phone here. Then we have a multi-launch family coaster. I think this is a really solid addition. I'd much rather have a Mock Rides flying coaster or something like Extreme Spinner. But there's a big difference between the kiddie / family coaster with Snoopy's Racing Railway to a Big Bear Mountain style of ride. When you have that style of coaster in, let's say, the Frontier Town area of the park, that's legit. Like, that would do so well. As long as it run 3 trains, maybe even 4 trains. Vekoma's hit a grand slam with these style of rides, and it would not surprise me at all to see more of these coasters come up at different parks. Honestly, the best way to describe Big Bear Mountain is like an out and back wooden coaster. That's what it feels like. It just feels fun. I really, really like it. I think this is a solid choice. Now, this next one is really intriguing. It's the suspended throw glider, which makes me wonder, possibly, is this the one they're decided on? Could they have relocated the project for Magic Mountain, since there's no footage for that project, over to Cedar Point? If that's the case, this coaster could open up in 2027, which is crazy. I don't think it could open. I don't see this actually. I don't know. I mean, this is all new to me, so I could see them doing this, but I don't think it benefits Cedar Point to have this type of coaster this soon. I think 28, 29 would be a better fit for it. But these rides look really interesting. As you can see right here, you're hanging below the track. There's going to be inversions. It's like the next-gen suspended coaster, which I just made a video about removal of Rougarou and possibly Iron Dragon if Cedar Point would get the style of ride. It kind of really does Iron Dragon no point of keeping it because it's a very similar concept, just newer. So I think the best case scenario for Cedar Point, my gut's telling me the family launch coaster. I would not mind that, honestly, or the suspended throw glider. It's a toss-up. That's how much I love Big Bear Mountain and that style of ride. These will both do phenomenal for Cedar Point, but as of right now, it looks like Cedar Point's next coaster is going to be a Vekoma. So kudos to Vekoma for nailing down that, hopefully, contract. Now, there's also a nighttime spectacular show, which Cedar Point's already done that. But let's talk Kings Island. Now, this is where it gets really interesting here. Again, I'm looking at my phone. My friend sent this to me. Kings Island is more family-oriented, except the big one. Now, I love Kings Island. And as you can see, I love roller coasters. And check out, if you're looking for some new coaster merch to wear in the parks or posters, check out themeparkbranded.com for all of my coaster merch. You can save 20% off by entering the code on your screen right now. This sale ends this coming Sunday, so be sure to do that. Save some money, wear some cool coaster gear. I appreciate all the support. Now, let's talk about Kings Island, and it says the story-driven experience. It looks like a dark ride. It looks like the antique car ride would be rethemed. That's what it shows here at Six Flags New England's antique car ride was rethemed to a dinosaur ride. Similar concept. I mean, we could see that possibly happening, but I don't really think they would do that. That ride's not that old. Or they build another, ride like this where you're on the track and you drive through dinosaurs. My opinion, let me know in the comments, but I think every park should have a dinosaur interactive exhibit. Kids love dinosaurs. Adults love dinosaurs. It just makes perfect sense. So I am actually pretty intrigued by that as far as the ride goes. This next one is an indoor-outdoor coaster. It looks like the Mock Rides Arthur ride over at Europa Park. A family inverted suspended coaster. It's not fast. It's not thrilling. It's a cute ride. It's fun. But it goes indoors, outdoors, gentle launches, engaging visuals, and interactive moments. Not for Kings Island's next coaster. Obviously, I don't think this is going to be it. I think this is a filler for what's to come. This is interesting. A stunt show spectacular. Something like the stunt show at Six Flags America, which, by the way, is phenomenal. I think every park, just like Dinosaur, should have a great stunt show. I would love to see these shows making it back. I think entertainment at the parks need to get improved for sure. So that is rather intriguing. It'd be really cool to be able to see them build something like that. And then we have, let's look at the last one here, which is the really big, intriguing one. It's a Vekoma multi-launch coaster. Let's see here, phone issues. Here we go. Kings Island multi-launch coaster. The cutting-edge launch coaster Blast Rider Zero to a top speed. It doesn't say the top speed in seconds, delivering instant adrenaline with powerful launches, rapid turns, and high-speed inversions. It's fast-paced, heart-racing experience that keeps the excitement surging from start to finish. This is a clone of a ride opened up in China. Would it be this? Who knows? I would be okay with it if it is a clone, since it's a different continent. But this ride in the front of Kings Island, Action Zone, done. I said in past videos, a mock a mock striker coaster or a mock extreme spinner or a Vekoma multi-launch coaster. I like to give you guys set to 3 so you see where my mind's at. Just like anything, it's good to have different options or different ideas you're thinking about. But this will be a huge grand slam for Kings Island. I've said in past videos again, Kings Island's next coaster will be a launch coaster. They only have 2, Flight of Fear and Queen City Stunt Coaster, and it would feature inversions because now that Invertigo is all but removed or will be removed, you have Flight of Fear and I was about to say Vortex. Flight of Fear and Banshee, the only coasters at Kings Island that feature inversions. So those are the surveys. I love a family multi-launch for Cedar Point and from Vekoma, and a Vekoma multi-launch thrill coaster for Kings Island. Don't let the surveys fool you. Kings Island's next coaster is going to be a thrill coaster. I promise you that much. I think 2027 for Kings Island and Cedar Point 2028. Now, if you want to know my thoughts on just how Cedar Point can open up 2 new coasters in the Rougarou/Iron Dragon plot of land, check out the video at the bottom of your screen. With that being said, what's your thoughts on the surveys? You know what to do. This is Theme Park Brandon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.